Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NJACAC Virtual College Exploration. I'm about to share my screen with just a few housekeeping announcements, so just bear with me. So again, thank you for coming to the NJACAC Virtual College Exploration. You can ask questions through the Q&A button during this entire presentation to the presenter. This presentation is currently being recorded and will be available within a week at njaacac.org/virtualfair. And you can also view the full schedule as well at njaacac.org/virtualfair. I now would like to turn it to Carlo, our presenter, to get things started.
All right, thank you. Oh, sorry, let me share my screen. Okay. So welcome everyone. My name is Carlo Fermante. I'm the Associate Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Wentworth Institute of Technology, and I want to thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. In this presentation, you'll learn more about Wentworth, the application process, and have the opportunity to ask some questions. All right. So, Wentworth was originally founded in 1904 as a technical school with the purpose of furnishing education in the mechanical arts. Today, Wentworth has grown into a nationally ranked university that specializes in degree programs such as engineering, computer science, design, management, and the sciences. We are located in the heart of Boston, and as you can see from our breakdown in demographics here on this slide, we have a total of enrollment around 4,500. So, Wentworth offers 19 bachelor degree programs, and they're divided into 5 schools. The School of Architecture and Design, the School of Computing and Data Science, the School of Engineering, the School of Management, and the School of Sciences and Humanities. When you apply to Wentworth, you do apply to a specific major. So you would have to know going into it which program you want to apply to. There are a couple things I want to point out. Our architecture program is a 4+1. So in your senior year at Wentworth, if you have a 3.2 or higher architecture GPA, you're automatically accepted to the 1-year NAB accredited Masters of Architecture program. Our computer science also has just moved to a 3-year option. So you can complete your Bachelor of Science in Computer Science in 3 years or 4 years. And our applied mathematics program is the same way. You can complete it in 3 or 4. Okay, so this slide talks about Project Lead the Way. So Wentworth is a Project Lead the Way school, and we do award credit to students that completed Project Lead the Way courses in high school. You have to receive a B or higher in the course, and also get a 6 or higher on the final course exam to be awarded transfer credit for the courses listed here, or for the programs listed here at Wentworth. In addition, we also will evaluate credit for AP, IB, and dual enrollment courses. So for AP, if you receive a 3 or higher on most exams, we'll evaluate for credit. And then for college courses, if you receive a C or higher in the course, we'll evaluate that as well. So why should you apply to Wentworth? You should apply to Wentworth if you prefer an action-oriented learning environment. Wentworth provides an authentic, real-world platform, not a simulation. With our hands-on project-based curriculum and renowned co-ops, you spend your days putting ideas into action. It's especially important for each of our students in the tech, science, and design heavy majors that we give you the spaces and technology needed for you to have those experiences. We have 24 state-of-the-art laboratories and maker spaces on our campus that our students are able to take full advantage of. Our Accelerate center is the makerspace on campus that is available to all students across all majors. Accelerate was founded in 2012, and it brings innovation and entrepreneurial skills to our students, which are critical and competencies in the 21st century. So say you have an idea for a product or business. With Accelerate, you're working with students in other disciplines, just as you would in the real work environment. And Wentworth will fund students to get their business or product started. So it's a great way to go and just explore and kind of learn different skills that you may not be getting just in the classroom. You should apply to Wentworth if you're searching for career readiness and an excellent return on investment. We've created a center of learning that connects you to the professional world on day one and throughout your entire time at Wentworth. Every student is required to complete 2 semesters of CoOp. CoOp is typically completed the spring of your junior year and the fall of your senior year. So what that means is the last 2 summers are academic semesters, but that's how we get our students out in 4 years with 2 CoOp semesters, 8 months total of work experience. You do have an option to complete an optional CoOp the summer after your sophomore year, and students that complete an optional CoOp will then graduate with 12 months, a full year of work experience. Your CoOp can be completed anywhere, in Boston, back in New Jersey, another state, even another country, as long as it relates to the major that you're studying. And students have gone back to the same CoOp employer for their second CoOp, but you don't need to. And a majority of our students get offered full-time jobs just from their CoOp employers, which is great. But, and as you can see, students are working or within grad school 97% within the first 6 months of graduating, and our average starting salary is $64,000. So now I just want to share a few students with you that have gone on CoOp. So the first one is Liv DeLuca. Liv is actually one of our student ambassadors. She's industrial design, and she's completed both of her CoOps at Hasbro. The next, Prabjot Kaur is a graduate student, or has graduated in computer information systems, and she completed her CoOps at the NJACAC companies and in IT business analytics. The third student, Ethan Arrowwood, graduate of 2019 in computer science. Ethan actually is from New Jersey. So nice connection for all of you from New Jersey. And he was a really big student that was involved heavily in Accelerate, and he completed his CoOps at Microsoft and then was offered a full-time job through them as well. So you should apply to Wentworth if you're looking for a university with a student-focused approach and close-knit community. We're a small school with small class sizes. The result is a supportive, collaborative, close-knit community that promotes strong bonds among students, faculty, and staff. These are connections that will benefit you for a lifetime. With an average class size of 19 and an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, our students across any of our majors are able to make strong connections with their faculty. We are a diverse community of creators, makers, and doers working together to move the world forward. We have students from 64 countries that pool their diverse perspectives to create pioneering solutions. In terms of housing on campus, we offer housing all 4 years, it's guaranteed. We have traditional style residence halls, suite style, and apartment styles. Students are required to live on campus the first 2 years. And then after that, they can commute if they'd like. But we do see a good amount of our students continuing to return to live on campus as we're in the city of Boston, which is great. First year, you have the option for a traditional style or suite style. And then our upperclassmen, apartment and suite style with kitchen, living room, and bedroom. So it's your own little apartment. All right, so student engagement, you know, we're very academic focused, but you still have the student clubs and organization side that really builds the campus community. So the social experience you will have is just as important as the academic experience. Wentworth offers a vibrant, exciting campus life with over 65 clubs and organizations that you could take part in, as well as we're Division III athletics. Our clubs range in size and topics. We offer a lot of academic related clubs, such as the American Institute of Architecture students, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, Student Association of Interior Designers, and many more like that. We also have more general interest clubs, something like a robotics club or a game development club. Lastly, we have clubs centered around your specific identification or cultural organizations, like our Multicultural Student Association, National Society of Black Engineers, and the Society of Women Engineers. In addition to those clubs, we offer club sports for anyone who might not want to commit to a Division III sport, but will want to find ways to be active on campus. Those include hockey, rugby, biking, and sailing, just to name a few. In addition to those clubs, we offer on campus, we're also part of a consortium of schools called the Colleges of the Fenway. Those schools include Wentworth, Emmanuel, Simmons, Mass Art, and Mass Pharmacy. So there's intramural sports through the College of the Fenway. There's different clubs that you could join through the College of the Fenway. Students can cross-register through the College of the Fenway, meaning that you could take classes at the other 4 schools. The grades and credits transfer back to Wentworth. So you really, with the College of the Fenway, get the resources of a large university, but the individualized attention of a small college. So, student support services. We understand that the transition from high school to college can be a daunting one. With that in mind, we have a wide variety of student support services to help assist you with your transition and ensure you have a productive and fulfilling experience. We have academic advisors. These are staff that can help you in selecting and registering for your courses at Wentworth and help track your academic progress, making sure that you're meeting all of your graduation requirements if you wanted to add a minor or anything directly related to your academic pathway. We have then the Library and Learning Commons, which was renovated in 2016. It's an amazing space. I would say it's the most used space on campus. There's a lot of individual study rooms. We're a very collaborative campus, so all of the tables and chairs, you're able to move around to be able to meet with each other. Now, with COVID, it's a little bit different because there are some restrictions, but in a normal time, you'd be able to have a lot more flexibility with that. There's also a very large, quiet study room if you want to just go in there and not be bothered and just be in complete silence while working. But the space is it's a very active library, and there's a lot of technology just within the space as well. We then have the Center for Academic Excellence. This is where our tutoring center on campus. So there's tutors, facilitated study groups, there are learning labs, review sessions that are offered, and learning strategy consultation. They're really good. They're a really great academic resource if you ever feel that you need some extra help in a course or just want some study tips. And then finally, another option or resource is the Center for Wellness, which really wears many hats for our campus. Our counseling services are housed in the center, and this is available to all students without charge. They also run an accessibility and accommodation services. So if you have a specific concern for needing some services or support, you'll be able to continue that conversation with the center. And they also do a lot of health and wellness education programs. We know the stress that comes along with being a college student, so their programs are great at targeting the health and well-being of our students. Okay, So we're at the hub of the hub, as I mentioned earlier. We're in Boston. Our campus stretches across 31 acres at the very hub of Boston, a diverse, dynamic, tech-focused city. We also really are a campus in the city. We have a quad and trees that surround the quad, outdoor places for our students to hang out. Our buildings are all adjacent to each other, so there is no need for shuttles around campus. It's all very walkable. His iconic Fenway Park is right down the street. We're right outside. What runs through our campus is the MBTA, the T, so the Green Line. We're a very short walk to the Museum of Fine Arts and also to the Prudential Center, which is down the street. And if you continue a little bit further, you also go to Newbury Street and the Boston Commons. So it's a very walkable area with a lot going on outside of campus. Okay, so here's how you can join our community. Wentworth operates on a rolling admissions schedule, which means as applications are submitted, we will review them and send decisions back within a 3 to 4 week time frame from when all of your materials are submitted. So not just submitting the application, but submitting supporting materials, which I'll go over in the next slide. That makes a completed application. We do have 2 deadlines. The first is our priority deadline of December 1st. Students that apply by December 1st are also eligible to receive an additional $1,000 early action scholarship on top of the merit that they would be awarded if admitted. Our regular decision deadline is February 15th. This deadline is particularly important because after February 15th, we're not able to guarantee spots in our majors. So you really want to make sure if you can't make it by the December 1st, that you get your application in by the December 15th deadline. Again, we are rolling, so we will continue to review applications after December 15th, but on a space availability basis. Okay, application requirements. So Wentworth has 2 applications. So we have our own Wentworth application, and we're also part of the Common App. So it's up to you which one you want to submit, but I always recommend to students, if you're applying to other schools that are on the Common App, I would just go with the Common application for submission to Wentworth as well. In addition, we require a personal statement, your essay. We know that a college essay is always a daunting task for students when looking at your application materials. I always recommend students write about something personal to them, whether that's something that interests you or something you're passionate about, a cool or unique experience you've had, anything along those lines. We want to learn about who you are as an applicant, and that we'll really get that from your essay. And of course, you want to make sure it is written well, so spend some time on spelling and grammar elements as well. In terms of letter of recommendations, we require at least 1. It has to be an academic letter of recommendation, so from a teacher or guidance counselor. If you'd like to submit additional letters, you're more than welcome to do that, but 1 has to be from an academic source. We also need your official high school transcript, and on this we'll see your final grades from grades 9 through 11, and depending on what time of year you apply during your senior year, we'll see first quarter, first trimester, first semester grades as well. There is a $50 application fee for submission, but if there are any issues with submitting your application or paying that fee, please just reach out to admissions and we'll be able to help you with that. Last year, Wentworth went test optional, so we do not require you to submit test scores. However, if you would like to submit test scores, you are more than welcome to do so. The final piece I want to mention here is that, as I mentioned earlier, when I was going over the academic slide, when you apply to Wentworth, you apply to a major. Now, the following majors are going to require that you have had taken pre-calculus or are currently enrolled in pre-calc. Those would be applied mathematics, applied sciences, computer science, cybersecurity, and any of the engineering programs. So again, previously taken pre-calc, or currently enrolled in pre-calc in your senior year. Tuition and fees. Tuition and financial aid, actually. So here's a brief breakdown of our tuition and financial aid. For the current academic school year, so the 2020-2021 school year, the total cost of attendance is about $50,940. This breaks down as approximately $35,970 for tuition and an average room and board cost of $14,970. There are two main kinds of financial aid students receive. First is a merit scholarship. So merit scholarships are based solely on your academic performance, and every single student accepted will receive a merit scholarship. The second kind of financial aid we offer is federal financial aid. This comes in the form of scholarships, grants, or loans. To qualify for this, students have to submit a FAFSA. The FAFSA opened October 1st, so it is now open, and you'll want to make sure that you get that to us before March 1st. So with the FAFSA, that then connects you with the financial aid office. So every student, just as you would have a specific admissions counselor, you'll also have an assigned financial aid counselor that you can work with on individual basis through your entire process for how to best finance your Wentworth education. So in closing, I would just like to say Wentworth is a very hands-on, action-oriented university packed with hands-on, action-oriented people, and we cannot wait for you to join us. So, what questions do you have for me? If you have any questions, you can place them in the chat box. All right. Well, if there's no questions, thank you so much for attending. I hope you have a great night.
Thanks, Carlos, so much. It was a great presentation. And before everyone gets going, I would love to share some closing remarks. So on behalf of the NJACAC, thank you so much for joining us. Special thanks to Carlo for presenting on Wentworth. I know I learned a lot. When you close this window, there will be a 4-question survey. Be sure to answer that and provide any feedback for any future events. We would greatly appreciate it, and thank you in advance. You can see your session, you can see this session in about a week, as well as other sessions at njaacac.org/virtual fair. And you can now view the rest of our schedule at njaacac.org/virtual fair. Have a great night and stay safe. Carla, it was nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing the screen and end this presentation. Bye.